So, a couple days ago I did a reaction vid to the Rocko's Modern Life trailer for the Rocko's Modern Life special coming out. It did not occur to me that that special was coming out this week. In fact, it was probably already out by the time I made the trailer, for all I know and care. Well, whatever. The important thing is, I got down to watching it, and these are my thoughts. Enjoy! So basically, Rocko's Modern Life, Static Cling, picks up immediately after the series finale left off, and as it turns out, the episode that eventually ended with a spaceship embedding itself into Rocko's house and taking Rocko, Heifer, Filbert, and Spunky to the deepest depths of space, that ended up being the series finale. Okay then, that's kind of an interesting take. So at the beginning of this movie, we find out that Rocko, Heifer, Filbert, and Spunky have been drifting about in outer space for a good 20 years now, and I have a feeling this is one of those, if you wonder how he eats and breathes and other science facts, just tell yourself it's just a show, I should really just relax. For Mystery Science Theater 3000, Rocko's Modern Life, Static Cling, or you get the idea, whatever. Through circumstances, Rocko and the gang find themselves back on Earth at long last after 20 years of aimless drifting, only to find that the world is not what it used to be. Cell phones are much more complicated and don't have buttons anymore. O-Town as a whole has kind of become a bit of a hellhole from what I've observed. Oh yeah, and the fatheads aren't on TV anymore. Shock! Rocko then dedicates his entire time to basically relocating Ralph Bighead to get a new Fathead special out so that he can relive his glorious nostalgia. And already I'm thinking that somebody out there anticipated guys like me being all, oh, the show is ruined now because they're gonna make a new one. It's not what I watched when I was a kid. On one hand, this entire show's moral seemed to be about embracing change, and that change is inevitable, and rather than resist it, you should accept it. And that's a really good message. I do feel like at times the message is kind of undermined by the countless recalls to other things that happened in Rocko's Modern Life at the time. Serious case of member berries with such things as, hey, member Captain Compost Heap and Really, Really Big Man? I member. Member the Recycle song? I member. Hey, member when Spunky was obsessed with mops? I member. I don't know, it just kind of seems like if you're really going to go for the whole, change is inevitable, go for it. I wouldn't have wasted time with the member berry-esque references like that. I would have just gone in, I would have leaned in hard on the change and just said, you know what? You're getting nothing new. You're not getting nothing. You're not getting any callbacks. That's the way I'm looking at it. But that's just me personally. And while I do generally tend to avoid as many spoilers as possible, I feel like we have to address the elephant in the room. Ralph Bighead is now Rachel Bighead. Oh boy, I can already hear the rage from that little corner of the web. You know which corner I'm talking about. Well, this does actually bring up a really interesting concept. I remember reading many years ago that amphibians have a tendency to swap genders, basically. Like, they appear to be one gender when they're in their tadpole phase or whatever, but as they grow up, they slowly but surely start to develop into the other gender, the opposite gender, because of circumstantial evidence or because possible nerd! Oh, okay, we're gonna be like that. Whatever. If you really want my 10 cents on the issue, whatever. Admittedly, I'm still kind of getting used to the fact that, transsexuals are a more common thing now, and, queer isn't a slur for gay people anymore like it was back when I was in middle school, and all this other stuff. It's just like, I don't hate it. I'm not saying I hate anybody of that group, and, it's like, that's your business, and it makes you happy, whatever. At absolute worst, I'm still getting used to the rules, and it doesn't help matter that the rules seem to change every other week, but I'm trying, okay? I'm trying! Okay, we've addressed the elephant in the room, back to the review. Honestly, this was okay. It was basically everything I was expecting it to be, it was a 45-minute nostalgia grab. Well, while it did teach that you need to embrace change and all that, it went all the routes of capturing your nostalgia, whether it be blatantly obvious member-berry moments like what I mentioned earlier, or just the fact that Rocko's Modern Life is back and it's still its glorious slapstick greatness. It is what it is. It accomplishes what it accomplishes. I have a feeling that there is a whole new series of Rocko's Modern Life on the way. At least that's the rumor I heard. And if this thing is the vehicle for a new Rocko's Modern Life for a new generation, I'm okay with that. I might even check in on Rocko's Modern Life myself because, you know, as much as I rail on member-berry culture and whatnot, it kind of looks like very little has changed outside the fact that Ed Bighead sounds a wee bit derpier than he used to. And obviously things like technology and, well, I mean, like I said earlier about Rachel Bighead, you know, it's just stuff like that. Aside from that, it doesn't really seem like a whole lot has changed, and even the stuff that has changed is okay by my book. I would totally check this thing out if it did become a series. I personally don't know where Static Cling comes from, other than the possibility that the title in of itself is a bit of a member-berries reference. Remember when Rocko had to do his own laundry at the laundromat? I remember. At the end of the day, it's a serviceable special, and I give Rocko's Modern Life, Static Cling, 3 hats out of 4. And that's going to do it for this week's episode. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and give me the validation I so desperately seek. Until next time.